Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tisha with HHB Media, and I'm sitting here with Bongo, the drum god. So, if you could just tell us a little bit about like who you've produced for.
Well, I work with a lot of people. I mean, I've worked for Big Sean. I mean, I've worked with Music Soul Child. I've worked with Trey Songz. I mean, Tank. There's a lot of people. Omarion. You know, a lot of people, especially like the interns. Like, I work with artists, but as far as producers as well, I work with the interns.
Who are the interns?
Marcos Cosign. They got like platinum records. They work with Rihanna. They work with Big Sean. They work with John Legend.
So how did you get started as far as, you know, producing music? Like, where did this come from?
I always was around music because of my brother. Really, I do music because of my brother. Like, he was always my biggest musical influence. But like, I played in church. I mean, I lived in the Northeast and I listened to a lot of like hip hop and rap. But for the most part, when I moved to the South, I learned how to like make music for people. And then now I'm like focusing on like making hits, you know, just trying to really make my mark.
So who were the people that you heard or the songs that you heard and you were like, I like this. This is something I want to do?
Man, it's crazy because it sounds nothing like necessarily the stuff that I do now, but like I grew up listening to The Roots and like Slum Village and like Mos Def and like a lot of like underground like artists that didn't get, you know, as much, you know, shine as they probably should have. But
oh, okay, that's cool. So when you say you moved to the South, where'd you move to?
Jacksonville, Florida. I was 8 years old when I started writing. And then
what were you writing at 8 years old?
Just silly, stupid raps. Just about raps
Love
about
it.
nothing. Just raps about nothing. But and when I was like around the age of 11, I realized, and it took me 3 years, I realized I couldn't just rap to other people's beats. Mm-hmm. So I started making my own beats on Fruity Loops.
So for those of us who don't know, what's Fruity Loops?
It's a program that I used to use on like Windows 95 on my mom's little computer way back in the day. It was throwback.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so from Florida, how did you end up out here in California?
Well, one pivotal point in my career, definitely getting my Grammy, and that happened. I got a Grammy working with Lecrae. Produced a track with Drew Castro called "Free From It All." Yeah, it was like it's an amazing song that really made me just want to take that leap of faith and just come out here and be like, all right, yeah.
Okay, and so since you've been out here, you've worked with Big Sean, you've worked with a couple of artists, right? Trey Songz.
Yep.
Love that song. You got a song on his latest album, right?
Yep.
And I noticed that a lot of your tracks are very dramatic. Like, and you're telling stories. And for that particular song, it sounds like you're having a conversation.
Well, I did the track, and we got the track to Sam Hook, who wrote a lot of records with him on his album. And when the track was done, what I like to do when I make music is I like to make moments. So I just wanted to make sure that there was moments in that track that would inspire, you know, someone to, you know, pen some craziness, and that's pretty much what Sam did. Like, he came through, and then later on, we did even more production, like sat in with Trey, and he was like, you know, saying, okay, yeah, I like this, add this, oh yeah, that's crazy. It was a real dope experience.
And that's cool. So how was it working with Big Sean on his latest album?
Man, it's dope because he's an amazing artist, but he's super humble too. And even like when ask for someone like of his stature to ask my opinion on certain things, like that's humbling for me. So.
Were you a fan of Big Sean's before you actually worked with him?
Absolutely, like all through college, like all through all his mixtapes, Hall of Fame, everything, like all his albums, Detroit, his mixtape. I was a huge fan. Still a huge fan.
So how did that happen? Was that through the interns?
Yep. Shout out to Two and Coast, like for real. Like they looked out. The big bros really looked out on me.
And you connected with them once you got out here.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Did you say Jeremiah as well?
Well, I got a record with Omarion and Jeremiah on Omarion's last album.
Oh, what's that about?
It's a little bit of everything. It's like it's what I've been through and what I'm feeling at the moment. Pretty much. It's just everything together.
So what's up next for you? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna keep producing for other people? Are you gonna come out on your own?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep producing for other people and working on acts and working on big name artists and just really trying to just make my name and leave a mark, you know, make my legacy. That's really what I'm
And what do you want
focused
your legacy to be? When
Yeah.
people think of you, what do you want them to think of?
on. Well, I'm a young man in a hurry. That's what my mom always used to tell me. Like, what I'm really about is being passionate about something and finding what your passion is and what drives you and living that dream. So that's really what I'm about, and I want to pass that on to other people, and I want that to be my legacy. I'm just humbled to get. I would appreciate to get on anybody's work. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to spread my work. I'm not even like super selective. It's just I want to make good music and I want to impact people.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, it's been great sitting down with you, and this is Tisha, and I just want to thank you so much for coming through. And we're out.